Hello, welcome to Fo's Journey Across the Bridge. I'm Fozia. How are you guys doing? I decided today to do a hair and makeup video while multitasking while talking, and because I wanted to first talk about how I have created my own hair oil that I am going to be using on my hair, that I have been using for a year, and I'm going to continue using it to help my hair grow and be much more fuller. And I wanted to share that with you guys as well. And so I thought I would show you what it looks like now, and then every now and then give you an update of what that looks like as well as the time go by. If we're healing the inside, we're also doing the work to have the inside flourish on the outside so that we can see the result as well. So yes, I'm gonna do hair. Well, hair, I just washed it, so I'm going to flat iron and see the length that I have and kind of decide on what I want to do. I most likely will either weave it or braid it. I'm not sure. I do tend to braid my hair at least 3 times a year. I do it myself. And so, yeah, I think 3 times a year. If you're wondering why this part is longer than the rest, it is because my hair was dyed completely red. It was maybe a bit longer than this. Yeah, a little bit longer than this. And then I cut all that red off and my hair grew back. And as you can see, there's no red anywhere, and it grew back like from roots to here up to this much. And I often cut my hair, and if I'm always cutting it, how am I going to see that it's actually growing? So this part here, I will now untwist to just show you guys the reason I cut it, because it's like, if you're wondering why am I cutting it if it's growing, see, my hair is growing much more thicker. And so when I had noticed it, even after I had cut all the color off and the hair started growing back, this is all the result of the growth after the color, I noticed that my ends were not as thick as the roots, right? So I thought, okay, I don't know if you can see the difference in it's a bit thinner here. So that's why I cut it. I cut like this part off from the rest, but I decided to keep this much just as my hair grows. You can see here the thickness and how it thins out at the end. So I kept it just as a reminder to motivate myself, but also literally a reminder, because I'm like, is my hair even growing? Does it grow? So I cut it, and the coloring also helps me know. If I cut all the color, when I go back and I look at pictures, I'm going, look at all how much I cut from the, whether it was a blonde or it was red or whatever it was. So, and my hair is like a color too. So when I color it jet black, when the new hair starts to grow in, it's lighter at the bottom, which doesn't look so great either. And then I can always tell the difference. And if I choose to cut the color off, I usually know the darker one is not my natural hair, is the colored hair, and so on. And so this is just a reminder. I'm not sure how long. I was actually tempted to cut it off today, because what are you going to do with hair just not the same length and all the right in all the same places? Or so anyways, I'm gonna leave this to just remind myself it's growing. So stop cutting it, lady. Stop cutting. You want your hair to grow, but you're cutting. So as the new hair is growing in from top to roots, I hope that it remains thick. But from the braiding also thins out your hair, especially I like to do small braids, so it pulls, right? And weave as well. There is no perfect solution, but let's start so then I can get into what I want to talk about today. So, do I have my sharpener for my liner for my lip? This angle is like, you know, making me seem a bit working on that too. This angle like this angle here. I don't know, man. Okay, let's put it back.